Testing? Testing? All right, looks like I'm streaming here. Let me see where's the thing here. Okay, there's my control room thing. There we go. Okay, I'm juggling around a bunch of text messages and stuff on Discord, so I'm gonna try to do the best I can here of breaking this down. Looks like it's working properly. So this thing took a massive dump. Took a massive dump yesterday, and still overnight. That's huge. And we have 2 outlier events today, which I'll try to bring up here just a second. And I did that. I reviewed it last night's video. We've got we've got Treasury Secretary Yellen. I don't know, that could affect the U.S. market somehow. I don't really know the European stuff. A lot of British stuff from yesterday happened. We got all this stuff happening in an hour, 55 minutes. And we got this stuff at 9, 10. Just a lot of events today that could make this thing go bonkers. So, yeah, that's the basic idea. At 11, this thing can just go bonkers, or it could go bonkers here. You got a bunch of news events all happening at the same time. So what time is that gonna? Okay, 7:30. That's a little bit before and after 7:30. I want to keep out of the danger zone. So I look here. Where's this? Yeah, so 41.36.50. I'm gonna draw a horizontal line. 41. I draw a horizontal line. Where is it? 41.36. 41.36.50. Do that. And that's like make sure I lock these drawings so I don't click on stuff and send it flying all over. Okay, see price is testing right near, that's the VPOC of the last consolidation here. As you can see, I have this tool, the flexible volume profile drawing tool. You click and drag it wherever you want. And so that, to me, that looks like the whole consolidation from right at the end here, it starts going up. So 41.36, 50. This is starting to go below there. It went down to 33.25. So I mean, there's that value area low of this consolidation. So it breaks through here. That's kind of the next place I'm looking at. It could get to here and then come back up. It could go back up where it's at now. And like usual, I'm going to try to just stay out for the first hour. Like I don't want to get in there and mess around during that first hour. It's just nuts. Gotta be real careful today. Oh yeah, got me some good coffee. Gotta love that French press coffee. Okay, yeah, I'm juggling around this stuff on Discord, doing the moderator thing. So I have all sorts of people sending me messages and stuff all the time. Okay, well, this thing, how long can it just dump? Well, this was clearly too expensive. It came up here. This was too cheap. Maybe it just kind of settles around here at some point. So this is too much. And generally, year over year, it just keeps going up. We just have all these, just a very complex web of geopolitical events and things that are just shaking civilization around the world. It's a time of great change happening. So we're just in uncharted territory now with what's happening with the world. So, but what we're doing here is trying to analyze this and go, how can I trade in this environment? See, here's just a big area where we were stuck for a long, long time. There's April, and then it was all the way, it was like we were just kind of stuck for 6 weeks other than this. Like this is where you could, you still, there's still quite a bit of stuff going on, but it's, you had a lot of inside days where it's just mean reversion, and mean reversion just nasty. It's just, that's really where I get my butt handed to me. Like really bad. If there's a trend and I'm in context, I'm going, okay, here's the trend. I look for a pullback and I take the trade. And it doesn't always work out, but it's I find that I do better. After do better at recording the statistics, I find that I do better. When I have a trend of some sort going, mean reversion, Well, if you can draw up the structures well with horizontal lines, then yeah, I'm still working on it. That's a hard one. I see this. Look at what we're seeing since 6:30. Does that tell me anything about wanting to go up? I mean, we have a stop divergence right here. You know, you have a lot of responsive activity right at the beginning. You see. Well, you know, like I said, I'm just going to try to analyze this in 6:30. You know, that's got to figure out what do these purple ones mean. Price levels. I want to see what these look like. I'm guessing that light purple that looks like it's the mid. Oh, this should show me what the colors are. I don't know what the colors are. I know that's high, that's low, that's probably middle. I don't know if that's open. No, that can't be the open price because we opened down here. I don't know. That could be some overnight stat. I don't know. There was something for the colors on it. So, okay, I'll change the open colors so I know what it is. Let's turn that to like a dark orange. See what that is. Okay, well, what is this thing doing? I don't know. I guess it has to form the first candle or something. What is this doing? Oh, it's because I was zoomed out to half-hour candles. So that made it so this overnight profile didn't form yet. I want to make sure. 4144. Is that the overnight VWAP? Or overnight VPOC? Oh, we got a bunch of people talking in here, doing their thing. But the FOMC thing, that could just be pretty nuts. Yep, you're going to hear a lot of beeping and stuff because I have all sorts of Discord activity going on. But, okay, where am I? So I drew those lines further up, you know. And we went below that, so. Oh, let me go to this, do 1 hour, see what's up. Oh, 41.20, that's kind of I mean, you have a downtrend like this, you just want to not try to go the other way until it has already started to go the other way. Then you look for a pullback in there. And this was a short. Oh, and I missed that. I was looking at, so you could go short somewhere in here. You'd push the button, maybe be here. 34.50. So you'd be scaled, and then you have to the downside you have 20. Like I'm looking at here. And there's different places you could draw. You could draw there at 24.50. You could say, yeah, I'm going to get off here at 41.25. You see these guys, they're adding on to the book. So you've got bids entering into the book. And yeah, get a smoke here. Nothing like a good morning smoke with your coffee. And see, this is just see, my reaction time is just like I hesitate and I get a bad entry, and then sometimes I don't scale. Even when it was a proper setup, it was the execution speed at the right moment, where I should have taken it, that didn't work out. Alrighty here. Let's get rolling, brah. Now I better just try to not get involved with this thing until 7:30. And then even then you only have just oh wait, yeah, the economic events. Let me. Okay, scratch that. 7:30. I'm gonna wait until those economic events are over, so that could take between 5 and 15 minutes. And you'll see it on the order book when this comes up. I mean, there's a short, but yeah, see this, it's just the thing can just rip between 6:30 and 7:30, and I don't have all that much information on what's going on. I mean, as of right now, this thing is just dropping like a rock. See, and we're approaching that 25. You can see on here. That's and that could be a support potentially. This looks more like it to me. We dropped below the value area. This consolidation right here. I could try to do this whole entire thing, and so I had one up here. I want to just get rid of that one. That one's not really going to help us out anymore. Okay, so what if I do... Oh, come on here. I need my drawing tools. Okay, now what if I do... Gonna have to maximize this thing. So what if I do from right... I could go from right here over to right here. And what we're looking at is for this whole entire thing since beginning of April, that's what we're looking at. Was that 4140? So I'm going to draw a big fat line on here. $41.40. Got that. I'm going to make a big line and make it a different color. Like just make a big purple line, I guess, so I know what it is. And that is your VPOC of this whole giant turd sandwich right here. Whatever you want to call it. I was watching FT71 on his Trader Bytes, and I forgot what day that was, but he was like looking at this thing, and he was going, "Oh, this is a turd sandwich." Like, he didn't want to trade in it. He was like, you know, this is a day to, you know, call somebody up and go to lunch or something, go play some golf, or, you know, go do your side hustle or whatever. You know, and look how this just kind of is ping-ponging back and forth. This went up. I mean, this could, you see a pattern a lot where you have a consolidation and it tests up or down, and then you have this pretty sharp retest where it comes back and tests it. This very well could be a point where it goes back up, or it could come down here and go back up, or, you know, the market can do anything. This can just go straight to hell, and we don't really know. All right. Well, we have oh, look here, we have this value area low of this. Where's it on the big one? See, we're still sitting in the middle of this value area on this big one. And much longer term, like since March, this is showing us, you know, we still have a higher low with this, and we still have a higher low with that. If it gets below here, then that's maybe saying, okay, is that the end of this going up for a few months here? We don't really know. See this, and then this, even further back, that is continuing to go up. So, I mean, it's still, compared to last year's high of, I mean, 2021's high of, is around 4,800. You know, we're still in a bear market compared to that, but this whole year has been a bull market up until now. We're not even halfway through the year, so that's not to say this could all just be a big counter rotation. I mean, that's maybe outside of the scope of what we're doing here. We're probably anybody watching this is going to be an intraday trader anyway, and that's what I'm trying to do is trade intraday. That's probably just looking too far back where that's not really relevant to what I'm doing. Okay, and it looks like, you know, it went into this low value area of this particular thing here. This little composite. You know, and I don't know if it's the appropriate, you know, I consider these dailies and overnights, you know, I consider all those micro composites, and I consider these flexible ones that I draw to be a composite. You know, it's composed of a bunch of micro composites. And, you know, Bookmap, we're trying to operate within the micro composite. You know, this could be saying, you know, maybe this is going to bounce around, maybe get to here. We're still going to be within the range of this thing. It's going to get real low volume right here. So that could be a wall, or it could just be a vacuum, go just suck it down to here. So those are just a few things I'm looking at. 730, I do not want to be in there. And these trades, it's like, who knows, a lot of them could take 20 minutes. So, you know, if I'm 20 minutes from a news event, I mean, where the book could start getting weird, do I really want to get in there? Because I might not be allowing myself enough time to get that that outsized opportunity, that asymmetric opportunity where I get a good R factor for putting on that risk. So there's time constraints, FOMC hits, the thing could just go nuclear and just be Looney Tunes. And now here's 25. Remember, I was looking at that as, you know, you can see how that could, you know, that could, you put a line there kind of around 25 and you go, okay, maybe that could be like an area where there's going to be potential support. But, just at this time, I don't have much time because you're, right before and after the news event, when all those news events are coming out. I mean, we have 24 minutes until all those news events come out. See? Got all those news events. Do I really want to put a trade on 24 minutes before those news events? And it could be a few minutes before and after, and this thing is just dropping like a rock. So it's, want to wait until those news events are over. And I am just one of the smallest of small fries, so I just need to make a few points. If I can make more, that's great. And the point is, I want to put together a good process. Have a structured, vetted process the way that we discuss all the time in the Traders Lab. So now I'm approaching this box around 41.21. So that's kind of an area I'm looking at. And we're in the very low volume area of this composite. And we're at an outside edge of this composite. And does that mean anything? It's just a box where there's some behavior going on and I drew it. So there could be subjectivity in there, doesn't reflect what's currently happening. And I mean, like I said too, I'm short on time. There's a lot of news events that are coming up soon. So I'd be putting myself in an opportunity. Well, what if, I mean, in a situation, or what if it's just going sideways? And we've only got 20 minutes until the the news events happen. And do I see any structured trade? Well, I mean, this, you could call this structure. Is that a Trader's Lab trade? It's, you know, is this a structured trade like we discussed in the Trader's Lab? Do I have some kind of structure telling me, I mean, this could be a structure? We see how that looks. It's just one of your basic technical analysis drawings that probably everybody knows how to do. Some call them demand and supply zones. Some call them, you know, buy zones and sell zones. I think there's different terms. I think everybody has the same kind of idea about it. Probably anybody that's even, you know, studying trading knows all about those. You know, but it'll be interesting to see. You know, I keep narrating this out. And with FOMC, so I mean, we look much further back. We're still in a bull market for the year, and we've come down to test this. You know, if it makes it here to 18, you know, that's could. I mean, it would be sitting on top of this. You know, if it gets down below here, then I'd say, okay, this is really where I don't know. All right, what do we have here? We have yeah, and this is just dropping like a rock. This, if I could have recognized this, that was part of your plan, then wow, that's a very nice move. Could be done for the day. Just going from open down to here. You see if this, so that orange one should tell me where the open is. I don't know. That's telling me overnight open. That's telling me. You know, it's giving me Globex open, I guess. For whatever reason, that won't give me the I'll keep it on. I like to keep it on 30 minutes. I've got that overnight view. So we've got 21. I'm going to mark down, I'm going to put a line on 21 here. Oh, crap, it's Wednesday. I got to try to set up my doctor appointment. God, time flies. It seems like it's hard to believe it's Wednesday already. It seems like it was just barely Sunday. Well, maybe that's turning around a little bit right there. I draw these boxes where you could call either supply and demand or buy and sell zones. Just didn't have that much faith in them. That's the way we're looking at this. It came right down into this box. It gives me an area I can look at to look for. And Bookmap, Bookmap, you're getting the microscope out, and this is the higher bird's eye view. I was looking forward to, possibly make it further down into here somewhere. We got a pretty strong stop divergence there, and you see a lot of buy aggressors here. But the trend is still very strongly down until I see some kind of reversal here. Which this could be it. Look at that. That's a potential pretty large stop divergence. These guys are putting their bids. I'd imagine something might happen here. These guys want to get filled. They're pretty convinced that 4120 is where they can get filled. And do I have some structured trader lab trade? I don't have my IBs established, and at 7:30 I don't want to be in the market because we've got 13 minutes until a whole bunch of okay, I guess Secretary Yellen spoke at 7, so that's good. That it looks kind of like you include that. It's kind of like you do not want to participate until after 7:30, once all of the news chaos clears out. And there's people way, way, way more advanced than me, and they know how to trade news events, and they can make a lot of money. But they have if they're at that kind of level, they've probably figured out a way to have enough capital available where they can take a bigger risk like that. Okay, and we look here, we have a pretty significant stop divergence there. Look, 620, 365, 177, 48, 11, 338. We've got these guys adding more bids onto here. I could see this. We've got a high volume node there. We've got a little high volume node here. That could come right back down into here. These guys are going to want their bids filled. There's stops up here from the shorts. There's stops. It could come right back up to open. Oh man, I love this coffee I make. This is good. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to a regular drip machine. French press, hand grind those beans, the hand manual coffee grinder, you know, put it in a French press, let it soak there for, let the ground steep in there for about 15 minutes or so. Such good coffee. Such good coffee. I love it. Just any sort of drip coffee can't compare to that. So I'm making an observation here when I draw these rectangles. Seems like somewhat consistently, there's some kind of activity, but you gotta look at it in Bookmap because you can just easily get stopped out. Yeah, I could try to gather statistics. That's a very old technical analysis thing, is to draw your boxes in these different places where there could be support and resistance. Either drawing horizontal lines or boxes. Trend lines, they're real hit and miss because you go, oh, well, I should have drawn here or here. The horizontal boxes, they're a lot more clear to me personally. That you can see the places where that would go that make a lot of sense. And then you're looking in Bookmap. I mean, Bookmap's the greatest tool I've ever seen. For intraday trading. It's not a one size fits all thing. You need a higher time frame chart, but you've got so many good options for those. Bookmap's got this, it's unique. So, even if this were a trade, where it's going, okay, here, dip, test the high volume node again, go up into here. It could go up past here. There's stops here. There's stops here and here. There's just stops all up and along in this thing. You got pretty large range, but then look at what time it is before the news events. If it's 7 minutes until all these news events, do I want to step in front of that and put that risk on right when there's news events? I can wait until a little bit after. Something might present itself. For all we know, those news events come in, and this thing could just go right through wherever my stops are down here. If I think it's going up, and then that could be out of the context too, because what is this showing us for the past hour? It's going down. Like we look at yesterday, we had this whole part of the day here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 6 candles here. These are so we had 3 hours. No, 2.5 hours where it was just kind of back and forth, and then it took a big dump. And then it kind of bounced around here, bounced around for part of overnight, from afternoon open until around around 10:30. Then it started to dump again, and now it's still in the dump. So yeah, we've only got a few minutes. And those look like some lesser news events other than the crude oil inventory. But the fact you have, let me see, the fact that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you have 10 of them all at the same time. So that's pretty wild, and I just, is it worth the risk of whatever's going to happen? I mean, it could be just a brilliant move for somebody who's got it all dialed in. I mean, this could be like, those news events go off and it just goes whoop, has some freakish move all the way up to here or something. That'd be, or who knows? It could go up 100 points. But I'm guessing a lot of the action is going to be FOMC minutes at 11 Pacific. That's what I would have to guess. Well, okay, well, okay, let's see if this order book thins out a bit here. And see earlier I was saying that looked like a stop divergence, but then it's going down here, we've got more stops. I mean, that could be the end of it, and then it goes up. I just have to sit here because, I'm not going to participate during a news event. See, I keep talking and this thing keeps going out. Have to keep relighting here. Man, that is... Oh my god, I could open a coffee place the way I'm making this stuff, man. I got it dialed down, people, on how to make the best coffee. Better than Starbucks or anything. Okay, a VPOC shift, so that's showing us, I gotta put this label here and put a VHVN, variable high volume node, as Tom B ended up calling it. He made up that name, it sounds like. Said he had to come up with some kind of a name for it. So I keep seeing this happening over in these boxes, and yeah, so I keep seeing this happening over and over again. I at least have an opportunity to, try when this is wicking into a box. It seems like I have opportunities to get in, get risk neutral, and then I have targets further above. Could be too ambitious. It could be too ambitious. So look at the RTH open was right at this purple line where earlier I was saying that's a large composite, going back to April. It's a composite VPOC. Oh, come on, it keeps going out. Oh, did the book didn't seem like it thinned out. It's kind of odd. We're waiting on the decision with the debt ceiling negotiations, and whatever happens, that they're going to have to raise the debt ceiling. So it's just a matter of allotments to different budgets and things. Bunch of dirty politicians on both sides trying to figure out how they can pull their scams like usual, line their pockets with taxpayer money. On both sides, like, don't think either one of the sides, of the two sides, is your friend. So let's see. Does this want to eat up some of these stops and possibly come here? I have a hard time telling, which is which. See, that could potentially set up, VWAP to VPOC, which is a Traders Lab trade. So Traders Lab structured trade VWAP to VPOC, so that's 28.25 down to 22.50. That's, you don't have much range. That's like that's like 1-to-1, because you're risking 6 points to potentially make 6 points, and you've got this area that's could be a support area. So I don't see a good opportunity for me right now. Oh, and at 8:30 I'm gonna turn the stream off and go watch Tom B. Hopefully I'll be able to get something on here live, like some sort of a structured trade here. I don't know if I should be having more faith in these boxes as pieces of structure. Or I can form my own structured trades out of it. I'm trying to go with what we look at in the Traders Lab, Bookmap Discord Traders Lab. Our structured setups we review every day. Because Tom has done that for 43 years. He's done a lot of the legwork. He's taken many years of potential frustration and financial loss and a lot of brain damage out of the equation for us. We still have to vet everything and for ourselves and be able to do it ourselves, but he's carved out a lot of junk to run into on the way to cut the learning curve down. Because see, that would have not worked out for me. If I had went just off of this, I might have gotten in somewhere here and then gotten stopped out here. I mean, if I did get in here, is that 23? That's 20. I would have scaled and scratched. Most likely, if I didn't get a late entry, that would have been, enter somewhere here, scale, scratch. And then this, if it went down lower, does that give me any sign that it's going to come back above here? So I'm just narrating this stuff, trying to, and I go back in the afternoon and I review this stuff at the end of the day. I try to post what I've learned in the Traders Lab with these videos. I think it's a better version of a journal. I should probably have some things written down too. But I'm more of a visual learner, so there's that saying: a picture's worth 1,000 words. And what we're looking at is a whole bunch of moving pictures. So, what, you have 60 frames per second? That's 60 pictures per second. So what are you getting 60,000 words? Not in 60 frames per second. So I don't think you're getting 60,000 words per second out of it, but it could be more effective than just taking a simple screenshot and marking it down, which is also another tool to use. I take plenty of screenshots and mark them up too. But, being able to hear myself talk the whole process out, this seems to be improving me each day. So I know this isn't the most edge of your seat exciting stuff, but it's mainly for me to review. I'm surprised anybody's watching it really. It's not really the goal of it, but it's nice to have some friends in here. Okay, so by now, okay, see, and here's your financial events, and look at all these. We've got one, two, three, four, five, six bad ones, and three good ones, and one neutral. That's I'd say that's kind of neutral if it's black. So mostly bad news. Seems like there's an inverse correlation with the market where, you know, your bad news is going to drive it up and your good news is going to drive it down, which that's not a rule by any means. Market can do anything. And you see that happen more often than not. You know, look here, we've got a little head and shoulders pattern going on here, which, you know, at best patterns are a coin flip, so I could just flip a coin instead of looking at that pattern, basically. But I mean, we do know there's targets up here. We reach this box. There's targets up here. I would have had to enter here, you know, because then we have this right here. I've got a scale, you know, so I can't really scale at this point. Yeah, and it does, you know, I'm looking at 5 different screens. I got a monitor with my recording stuff, you know, OBS Studio, YouTube Studio. Got another screen just with browsers up, or, you know, I'll watch a stream or I'll have my economic news. I've got this main screen you're looking at right now. It's got Bookmap, it's got Tradeovate. I'm also doing my moderator thing in Discord, so I have another page with a, you know, my folder with moderator related stuff and Discord up. I also have a laptop and I have another Discord page up on that. So I'm juggling around looking at a lot of different things. And I don't know if this is a structured trade. It's not really enough range for this to be worth it, you know, if this is a VWAP to VPOC. And this is the whole context for the day. Look, it's down, down, down. The VPOC just keeps shifting down, down, down. We may have reached a point here where it could go sideways for quite a while until Powell comes on. It could go up. We see the potential for it to come back here to 40. That's that's the VPOC of this whole big consolidation we've been in. And we had the one that was up here that was like a test above, and now we're back within the balance we had. So this isn't giving me much to work with. It's good to stay out if you don't have an exact plan for it. I'm sure at some point today I'll have some kind of opportunity, hopefully before Powell comes on. That is just, that could be a whole half hour when that happens, where it's just complete bonkers. Du, du, du. Du, du, du. Well, now that VPOC shift, that could give us a signal. Maybe this is going up, but where can I scale? Because the shorts could be on the hook, but I don't see a good entry here. If I click the button, that's more of a, I don't know if I can call it a structured trade if I tried to enter right now. Because I should have defined, where is my entry point beforehand anyway. Well, looks like that scenario I was talking about is playing out here. Or not, I mean, we can see, look at all the green bubbles. So we have the buyers or the aggressor right now. The overall trend is down still. That could just be a responsive selling, and then this thing could just rip up high. Got another little VPOC shift. Make sure my VPOC settings are where I want them. Schedule reset at 6:30. Okay, that's correct. And we have a bit of a sharper move down. Let's see if it tries to go back into 20. And 1875, that looks like that's the low so far today. Okay, so we're back within that potential support area. And it's, you have from 21 down to, I think this, yeah, it's 1550. I mean, is that showing me potentially going up? I don't know. Let's try.
Order filled.
So I'm looking, this could be. I kept theorizing about that stuff. Maybe this will just go right into here, and I just made a bad entry. You know, or maybe I have the right idea. I clicked the button a little later than I wanted. This could very easily go back down into here. And we do have stuff up here. Yeah, and this looks like it. Well, let's just watch this unfold live here. You know, it's micros, it's in simulation. I'm just trying to get a process down. You know, is this some kind of valid structure? Is my entry bad? It looks like I'm going to get slapped right now. That may have been a sign like, yeah, do you want to go long right now? Or this could be a stop divergence. Looks like my entry's bad, or I had the wrong idea. Yep, look at, yeah, see, that ain't gonna work out. Unless it goes right back up right now. I'd be surprised if I didn't get taken out. So let's just, you know, I'll be taking screenshots. I'll just see what happens. I'd be surprised if I wasn't taken out. I'll see if is there anything. Yeah, see
Stop filled.
Yeah, see, there we go. That's, I don't know, can I call that a structured trade even? Whatever it is I just did. Am I just making a dumb move going against the trend? Because, you know what, I'm in this box, I want to see what happens.
Order filled.
Let's just go full retard here. And if it doesn't, then I'm just a... Yeah, I want to see it, you know, is there any validity to this box, or is this just a bunch of bullshit? So I mean, look, this seemed to just be like, you know, hey, we don't want to go any further down than this for like close to an hour. I could just be on the wrong side of the bus here. You know, I mean, on the wrong bus, on the wrong side of the highway. But you know, I just have to test these ideas out. I'm not a professional trader. I'm trying to learn. Am I seeing buy aggression? I may have just had the wrong idea about this entirely. Oh, where? Oh, I didn't mark the. Damn it! I didn't mark down the IB low. Crap. That's the IB low. Oh, I may have screwed this whole deal up, man. Damn it! Okay, I screwed up. I didn't label my stuff here. That was dumb. And the way the context is looking, this can that be an IBF? I don't know. You have that's yeah. See, I screwed up on the whole thing there. See, I caught it live, and now I can talk my way through it and then review it later. So that's an error, and if this does work out, then I didn't do it properly. So that is, I'm not proud of that. You know, and this could just be dumb because this whole thing could be a counter trend trade. But I'm just trying to see, is there anything valid about this area that I'm drawing? And this, you know, I'd call it a buy or sell zone. I mean, and it's random too, so it's. I see some things, you know, you got a liquidity fill here. Might not be enough to stop this whole thing, but who's on the hook? For the last several days, it's been shorts. You know, but then we have these news events also. I'd be kind of surprised if this wasn't taken out, because I don't think this is an IBF scenario, but I'm just going to let it play out. This isn't simulation, so I don't have to cry about it if I lose. I want to test this idea. Is there anything valid about having this box? Does this box mean anything that I've drawn here? Is the trade going to tell me anything about it? And we're below this value area on here. We're still within this, still the 70%, but here's your consolidation here. I'd be surprised if this isn't just taken out. I mean, I would figure the shorts are on the hook. I mean, I just would figure that the shorts would be on the hook here. But, you know, there's no way I could ever know. No, we'll just let this play out. It looks like it's probably going to take my stops out. Is this an IBC? And then if it is, where am I looking at below here? Then I'm not sure where my downside targets would be. I would just have to scale and let the thing run as far as I can keep on reading it. You know, and this looks like exhaustion here. It looks like this is going to crap out on me, take my stops. Or not, it could go up here. This, not making good decisions here. And what's the context telling me? This is, you know, context is telling me that's probably IBC and I just made a dumb trade. Could it be an IBF? Like, hell if I know. Should I have just gone to the casino and played dice this morning? Should I have just gone to the craps table? Should I have just hit the roulette wheel or played a few hands of blackjack? I don't know. Is there anything valid to what I'm even talking or thinking about? I am still trying to figure that out. This is a profession that has probably put a lot of people into a psychiatric hospital. Hard to imagine how any traders can keep their sanity over trying to do this thing. uh, And we see a stop divergence here. They can be deceiving though, because where's our liquidity? We got all this liquidity down here. Looks like there's adding, so it looks like I'm about to get slapped. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, man. I'm on the wrong side of this thing. And then I can't really back out either because it's not. What do I have here? What do I have here? I can't read it. I might just have the wrong premise here altogether, and I'd be real surprised if I don't get stopped out right now. Looks like it's just going to stop me out right now. If it goes this way, I would be surprised. And then I gotta keep narrating it. What is this going to teach me right now? Is this just really dumb? And I'm just like, all we have is, we have 4 red half-hour candles here.
Stop filled.
Yeah, see, look at that shit. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, let's go short.
Order filled.
See what the hell happens. Maybe this is dumb too. Look, I'm probably just, this is probably going to come up and get me the other way. Look at this. Maybe I'm just a frickin' idiot. Look at that. Oh. But is the context in IBC, or am I just all over the place? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Because at this point, it just looks like, hey, cliff drop. Cliff drop. We're going to the bottom of the ocean here. Or this could just come right back up. If this does, I'm an idiot, and I don't know what the hell is going on. And this is a bad entry, too. Do I bail on it, or is that FOMO? It's a little bit of FOMO, because I'm like, I just made an ass out of myself doing these 2 stupid trades. And look at that, it's going to come up and bite my ass on this side of the 2, isn't it? Is that going to come up and get me too? And then it's like, do I bail or do I just let this take me out? This could come right back up and then go the way I was originally thinking. My God.
Order filled.
God, see, this is what I deal with. It's like this is why I have not progressed from simulated trading to real trading. And this is just in a dirty area. Did I just bail out of a trade that's still valid, or is this thing trying to go back up? It's probably just stupid for me to even try to be. See, now it's doing an IBF. Son of a bitch. Dang it, so So I'm looking here. You'll see there's long, got pooped on, got here, got pooped on, bailed. Look, there's 2250, there's 18, that's not much range. Looks like I would have gotten stopped here anyway. Staying in here. That's 17.5. Yeah, so I probably would have gotten stopped here anyway. And then at this point, where's my trades below? Like where's my potential targets down below? You see these people in the T-Lab, they just have a bazillion different volume profile targets with statistics and everything. I just suck. Just suck at gathering statistics. Here, I'll mark this one down on my notebook. That's it's just a loss. That's 524. That's one loss for that, and then two for that. Oh, wow, those were dumb trades, and I was doubting whether I should do them in the first place. Those were dumb. See, that's the stupid thing I try to do. Tom was telling me, don't do that. Why would you go counter trend? You don't want to do that unless you're very, very advanced. So, I mean, all we see is, what we see, short, short. There's, but that's a counter trend. That's, and then the VPOC shift, you'd have to get out of here. After, what, 3 points. Here, it's kind of an outside edge, but not really. I didn't see that coming, and then it just came down. No, we don't have anything there, and then this could be. Well, just made some dumb moves. What did I learn from that? You'll see, and then it hits here, and then is this a chance for IB continuation? See, I don't even have everything drilled down to exactly, this is when I push the button, because all of these, this, and this is happening. And you have to spot it within, like 0.5 seconds or something. Yeah, like, do I go down here, and then where the hell are my targets? I go on my higher time frame. And what, where the hell am I even going? I don't even know, maybe down to here to 14 or something. I can't even figure out where's my downside targets if I did do an IBC. Yeah, so I just had a flawed idea on. I don't know, that could just be some random distribution. I don't know if these are gonna, did these boxes mean anything? I mean, it slows down when you hit these boxes. Doesn't tell you which side necessarily it's gonna go. I mean, I would still be like, you know, this could go up, you know, it's been shorts, just shorts for several days. Is this disqualify? I don't know, like what disqualifies an IBF? You know, I don't have an instruction manual or a sheet that tells me, you know, here's what qualifies it, there's no official rules. So I don't even know if I did the trades correctly. So then how do I gather statistics on something that's not consistent? And I don't know what's happening. So, okay, I gotta respond to these. I've gotta respond to this one. There we go. And, cause see, then it tested a VHV in there. That was apparently too hot. It's caught in this area. This is just dirty, nasty. Can't tell if it's turning around yet. I made 3 stupid trades. Let's see what that did to my P&L here. Look, that's stupid. That's stupid. I lost all of them. Makes me want to just slap myself right in the face. So stupid. I should have known better. I get myself into that crap all the time. So I'm going, oh, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this the outside edge? Is it going to turn around here? Is it going to go back down here? Is it up here or down here? You know, I'm trying to narrate the whole thing, and I'm just going, why can't I just do that? Is it down? You know, where is it possibly going to go down? Here's the trend. It's down. Short, short, short. Is that short? Maybe that was short. Is this short or is it going to try to go back up here again? See, it's within this area. I don't know if that box really means anything or not. Oh, geez, look. So, well, anyway, I'll just be honest here. Look where I'm at for the week. So that's where I'm at. 81% losing trades. I've been doing micros, so down 151. That'll be 1,500 bucks on ES. I'm not anywhere near being ready to do anything live. It would just be suicide at this point. I'd do better off just going to the casino. You know, like right now, I have no reason whatsoever to trade live. It would just be like, dude, just go down to the casino. Like you want to flush your money. I could go to the ATM, just get some $100 bills out of there and just put them right in the toilet, or just go outside with a lighter, just get a stack of Benjamins, just light them up. That's like where I'm at with trading. I have to have a vetted process. I have to have a trade I can execute. I know exactly how to execute it and what disqualifies it. So that's Okay, I'm gonna take some screenshots, mark it up. I feel like such a dumbass for... Oh my God. Yeah, I beat myself up over these sometimes, and I'm just, oh, what the hell is wrong with me? What's wrong with me is I keep seeing things where I think it's going to turn around. IBF, I should be like, well, is this a mean reversion day? No, it's not a mean reversion day. Now, is that an IBF setup, or is that just some counter rotation and then down? So in this context, I should only be looking for IBC, I think. But we have this here, and then, this looks... I should be like, does this disqualify it? I might post this in the Traders Lab and ask them. Okay, and this, how high could this go? See, so if I try to short this, was that an IBF? It has some of the characteristics, but that's an obstacle of 1875. You have 1 point. You have 1.25 points of range between IBL and this. So, and then how do I know it's going up here? We know there's retail stops up in there. And then do I have an opportunity for this to go back down, or could it just rip up to here? Do I need to wait for it to hit 34 or something up higher? Or is this reaching a point maybe around here, 32 or something, where this could go down? Does it want to test this VHVN, this ONL? As the movement down over? I can't read it worth a damn anymore. So yeah, I'm not remotely close to being ready to go live. Just don't know what the hell I'm looking at sometimes. Not sometimes, most of the time. It's not very often I do see things clearly. Or if I do, then I can't execute on it properly. Man. Let's see. Now, if I were to put this on at the VHVN, now is that as high as it's going to get? It ticked here, and then it drops, or has the trend changed? See, this just happened too fast right in front of me. I can't react to that. Because VHVN, that can be potentially down. But I'd be more like, you know, what happens when it tests the overnight low or the open. You know, and I have nothing consistent yet. I don't have stats put together, so I'm just, whatever I'm doing currently, it's not really better than just going to the casino. So I guess it touched this, but man, that is fast. And how am I going to get on that? It's like really fast. And then is the context changing after hitting this box? You know, I might have had the right idea of, you know, this is a point where this can pivot. And I just did not have the whatever the proper approach would have been to enter it. And it's counter trend, so it's and look, this is pretty sharply rejecting it, going up higher, but then we could get some little red candle and then it goes up higher. It could sit right here and then go up through this stuff. It could come here and go down to who the hell knows where. My God, I don't. Damn, and like a long way from being able to see, and then this could just be some little shit, and then it goes back down. Or up, I don't know. I got no idea. And I've got no idea of what setup I would do here. It looks as if the trend has started to change. And Okay, yeah, I guess I'm gonna shut this off now because Tom's about to start, and I could really use some of his input on this to see what am I doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and log out here, and I might come on later. I might do a recap later. Um, thanks for anybody who joined me here. Sorry I couldn't provide you something else, like some better trades here. Hopefully, what I'm doing makes some kind of sense, and I'm just gonna keep grinding away at this till I either am successful with it or I have a frickin' heart attack or a stroke or something. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just have some mental breakdown and end up in a psychiatric hospital. Uh, that's a joke, by the way. Uh, this is absolutely maddening, this business. Well, we'll see if this is ever going to work out. The odds are heavily against me, but anybody who tried to accomplish anything great had to go through some ridiculous challenges. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to go watch Tom be in the Bookmap Discord Traders Lab, so join me in there if you guys are, anybody. Looks like there's 2 concurrent viewers, it says, so I think we've got people in here, so I'm going to go right now. Okay.